Have you ever just wanted to talk to someone and you couldn't get a hold of them and you couldn't reach them and they'd always be busy and they'd always create distance and you could never stop thinking about them, but yet somehow they completely stopped thinking about you? These actions are intentional. There is zero chance that a person that cares about you will just stop thinking about you. They just moved on. It doesn't work like that. It may seem like that, but there are tactics. There are strategies that people do in order to stop thinking about someone. And if you're in a similar situation where you can't stop thinking about someone and you just want to stop, then the number one thing that you can do is to stay busy. Whatever you choose to do to stay busy, you have to make sure that this busyness is also occupying your mental space too. You can't just be physically busy. You also have to be mentally busy as well. That's a strategy people use to stop thinking about someone. And the secret to staying mentally busy is don't do it for 1 day. Don't do it for 5 days. Do it for a week. Do it for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, for 4 weeks. And eventually you completely forgot why you were busy in the first place if you keep doing it long enough. And eventually you will have stopped thinking about someone. And so much time has passed that you don't really care anymore, that you're okay with that you've moved on, that you've healed, and you've also stayed productive at the same time. And in order to stay busy and not fall off track and think about someone again is to create distance, whether it's physical distance or emotional distance or informational distance in the form of technological distance, right? Unadd someone, block someone, turn off their notifications, mute their stories or mute their posts, remove things from your search engines, add time limits to social media so you don't even feel compelled to go onto it. Remove it and make it out of sight, out of mind. And when something is not in front of you as humans, over time, if we're busy and we're keep ourselves occupied and it's not visibly in front of us, or at least the potential of it being in front of us is completely removed, we will forget about things over time. We'll stop thinking about things over time. Things won't matter anymore as time moves on. And so you need to create distance, whether that means creating a new routine for yourself, right? Going to a new gym, finding a new hobby, starting a new side hustle or pastime, talking to new friends, finding something that you enjoy to do to keep yourself occupied while also creating distance, while also creating a new routine that will help you not think about someone in particular. That is exactly what you have to do in order to stop thinking about someone. Everyone else does it. Whether they know it or not, these are the steps they implement in order to stop thinking about you. And if you would like to do the same, then these are the steps you're going to have to take. And now something important that a lot of people tend to do when they think about someone a lot is they want to communicate. They want to close that distance. They want to write to them. They want to text them. They want to show up and talk to them in person just one last time to get that closure. If someone's already made a decision and they no longer wish to think about you, then perhaps you can do the same. There's nothing that you can do, nothing you can say. Decisions have been made and people have made it evident where you stand in their life. So if you wish to stop thinking about someone, the best thing you can do is not give in to that need to see them, to talk to them, to stalk their profiles, to write them, to show up to talk to them in person, to text them, to call, to leave voicemails. You may have so much you want to say, but nothing in the end will change the outcome. And whatever outcome does change, if you think that all that stuff is going to help, it's not going to be coming from a good place, and the ultimate end result isn't going to be good anyways. Otherwise, this stuff would have never happened in the first place. And so before you text someone, before you meet up with someone, before you call them, before you leave a voicemail, before you close that distance of communication that we're trying to avoid, get what you're feeling out onto a piece of paper. Get what you're feeling out onto your phone in the Notes app. Get what you're feeling out into a voice memo. Speak it or write it. Whatever you need to do, get it out. Have an internal dialogue with yourself, out in person, in your room, whatever. Talk to your phone. Act like you're talking to someone. Say what you need to say. You can keep it as long as you want to, but don't send it to anyone. Just keep it there. Get your feelings out. Talk through what they would say or what you're thinking and what you want to say, and just leave it. And keep doing that. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Take videos of yourself talking to someone. And eventually you will get all you need to say that you need to get out. No one had to hear it. And you have already moved on because you've already said what you need to say. Your brain doesn't know that that person wasn't there to witness it. Your brain doesn't know that they didn't hear it, because if you truly believe in this dialogue that you're having with your own phone, with a voice memo, or if you write it down in a text, or if you write it down, your brain only knows is that you're getting what you need out of your system. So when you want to stop thinking about someone, but you don't want to close that communication gap and you still want to create that distance and not communicate with them, write it down, voice memo it, write it on a piece of paper on your notes app, and that's going to get out all of your energy, all of your ideas, all of your thinking, all of your answers and questions on to another medium outside of your body, outside of your head. And that's going to really help you guys stop thinking about someone. And lastly, the way to stop thinking about someone is accept how you feel. Accept that you're upset, or accept that you're mad, or accept that you're not okay with the situation. Because once you acknowledge how you feel, you can truly move on from it. If you act like you're not upset, or if you act like something doesn't bother you and you try shoving it away, it's going to come back. Something is going to trigger you, and it's going to bring back these emotions that you haven't healed from. So if you truly want to stop thinking about someone, you have to acknowledge a situation that happened. You have to acknowledge how you feel. And you also have to do these other things. Like I said, stay busy, create distance, get your feelings out to a piece of paper and get rid of it. And that is how you guys stop thinking about someone. That is a foolproof plan. And nothing happens in a day. Nothing happens in a week, in 2 weeks, in a few months. But over time, as you'll ask anyone, people heal, people move on. And you're not going to do yourself a favor by thinking about what they're doing, what they're up to. And you just have to stay in your lane and focus, heal, move on, and everything will be much better in the end. So that is the trick on how to stop overthinking about someone or something in your life. I hope this video finds you well, and I hope you got something of value from this video. If you liked what you heard in this video, make sure to let me know down in the comments below what you personally do to stop thinking about someone or something that may be bothering you. Also, I have other videos on this channel about self-improvement, so if you guys want to check those out, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in that next one.